Hello, one and all, and welcome back to another very exciting episode of the Mockeries. Say hello, the Mockeries.
Hello,
Hello, the Mockeries.
Mockeries.
Oh, lovely. A little bit more low-key today. Everybody's feeling just a little bit more low-key. So we're gonna go gentle, but that will not stop the story from hurtling forward at breakneck speed towards the abyss from which no character will survive. I
like
time we
survival.
left off. I love throwing my weight around as a DM. This is like a little side note, but I'm just like, sometimes the power that I wield, I like to frolic in it. I like to revel in the amount of fear that I can induce for you guys. No. Last time we left off, things were looking really good for our heroes. These guys, we saw a little bit of Theramin's past, him growing up in this household with his mom and then with his stepdad Bernard. We saw his first interactions with his real father, the Archdevil Balzabul, general of the 7th layer of the 9 Hells. And then we got back into the fight. Theramin pushed his father out of his body forever, rejecting his control. You all three of you worked together to break that connection, to fight his slug form, and when he threatened the life of Theramin's mum, Talia, you worked together to. Cloud got in the way of that blow, and Theramin dealt the killing blow to his father, claiming his warlock powers as his own. So he's no longer relying on his patron for any of his magics. Thereafter, you saw that he had left a divine shard where he had died. This was offered to Thesia by the god of all evil, Lord Asmodeus himself, but she rejected it, as it would mean that she could not return to the material plane to continue her work down here. Besides, she get to be with her friends. Talia, Bernard, Cloud, Theramin, and Thesia made it back only a minute or two after they had left in the previous...
and Bernard.
I said him. I got him.
I'm sorry.
But I love that you're taking notice of Bernard. Bernard is great. Gotta remember Bernard. And immediately went back to sleep to regain some much needed hit points. Everybody was raised up to spell adjustment level 4, but I thought about it after the fact, and I think that everyone should have gone up by 2. So I think that Theramin is 1 spell adjustment level above the 2 of you, because it was this big thing. It was his arc, him defeating his villain. So Theramin, you may cast 5th level spells without incurring a penalty.
Oh!
Indeed. You guys wake up. It is sort of, late afternoon on this same day. You have killed an archdevil of the Hells. You have saved Talia and Bernard, who are now in town and very much looking forward to seeing you guys play. But you do have some looming things left to deal with. First and foremost of which, you know that the Legazis will still be gunning for this scythe. And second of which, you have seen this strange ritual being cast in the distance by Salt's Watch, presumably by Matt Shesha and Yuan T. And that just can't be good, whatever that is out there. Also, Zhen is probably somewhere around, but you haven't heard anything new on him. And you have your overall quests to regain your reputation, which has been somewhat tarnished, and to bring, to be reunited, Cloud, with your people on Needle, as was promised by Breniel Amakir. So, all of that out of the way. Nice long recap. Mid-afternoon. You guys, what you want to do?
Drink. Keisha's taking a note out of Theramin's book, going downstairs, have a drink, sit in a dark corner.
Oh my god. You can't do that without me.
Yeah, she's knocking
I
on all
must
the doors
be there.
like, come on, guys. We gotta celebrate, we gotta drink. We gotta
Yeah, I also want to have a moment to thank everyone. So are we all? We're not all together, are we?
You guys can be all together with, unless you say otherwise. It's up to you. It's
I
up to you.
mean, I think if Thesia knocked on Cloud's door, she was a bit worse for wear after that fight. You would have heard a low growl and a hiss, but then like tumbling out of bed and getting ready. It's like, So it'll probably be a couple of minutes before she gets down to you guys.
Cool beans. You guys find yourself a dark corner. A couple minutes later, Cloud comes in. Are you inviting Talia to this, or is this Talia and Bernard to this, or is it just a band?
Yeah, I've missed them, so yeah, they will be with me.
Amazing. Bernard kind of goes, You've picked a very ill-lit corner of the tavern. I don't know that we're going to be able to see our menus. And Talia goes, No, dear, it's fine. This is just trust me. It's part of the mystique. You want to sit in the darkest corner.
Just realised Theramin will probably turn invisible, wouldn't he?
When he sits,
Yeah.
as soon as he stops moving, he turns invisible.
Yeah, just flitting in and out every time he grabs like the beer, the ale to drink.
Anybody watching this scene would see the usual 3 pairs of eyes, except Theramin's would just be like blinking in and out of existence, and the 2 human eyes don't show up in the illumination. So that's kind of fun. 2 pairs of human eyes, rather. Yeah, you guys get a drink, sit around. Did Dylan come back? Yeah, Dylan was back. So Dylan will join you as well.
So I'd like to raise a toast. To friendship. Thank you for being there for me. Thank you for coming to the rescue. And thank you for being my friends.
The family.
To family.
Family.
And beer.
So much beer. You guys go ahead. I continue to leave it in your hands. You guys may celebrate as you will.
First time the Mockeries sit down and actually contemplate everything and just sit.
So we should probably work on some new material. We kind of just do gigs. We should.
Yeah.
I think this whole moment should be written about in a song about going to the 9 hells, coming back.
Yeah.
And the power to rock and roll.
It should be done like an 80s like ballads, synth rock.
Oh yes.
Heck yes.
Glam rock.
You might need some new outfits for that.
Very cool. You guys want to hit up some thread shops?
I think we should. Is Dylan? I mean, we need to kind of tell Dylan what's happened, maybe, or
I may be misremembering. Did you guys tell him at the end of last time, or did he? Or
I
does
just
he
gave him
just
some
fully
money.
not know? Oh, cool. So he's just like, this is lovely. Who are these 2 people? Who are these people who are joining us?
Dylan, I'd like you to meet my parents. This is my mum, Talia.
Oh, Talia, lovely to meet you. Yes.
And this is my dad, Bernard. Or Bernard, whichever you fancy.
Hello, Bernard. Yes, either's fine. All good. So I'm the manager of the Mockeries band. Lovely to meet you. I didn't know that you guys lived in town. They kind of look at each other and go, Yeah, we've been staying here for a bit. Looking forward to you guys coming. Well, this is lovely. You get to see your son perform. You must be very proud. He looks at you and sort of like smiles and kind of goes like nods. He gets that Bernard is he's acknowledging that you called him your dad, while knowing that it's not the case, but it's lovely. He's like, yeah, I get you. Well, to that point, we did have a gig lined up for tonight. If you guys are up for it.
Yes.
I know nothing has happened today. You guys have all been very, just kind of staying in your rooms and having a restful day, and that's completely fine. But seeing as nothing at all has happened, we should do a gig. Get our blood flowing a little bit.
That sounds like a great idea.
Nothing at all has happened in the last 8 hours at all.
Been pretty dull.
Cloud looks like she's having like a flashback of like almost dying and just being like, yeah, no, nothing's happened.
The scythe goes, yes, truly, it was uneventful.
You're learning, yes.
I understand this subtext. I've been inferring knowledge. It's very fun.
Is she saying that out loud?
Yes.
Are they?
Oh no! Remember what I said? Telepathic, please. People get a bit uncomfortable with talking magic items.
Oh, just loud enough for you guys to hear. Nobody else would overhear.
Oh, okay. I thought it was
Yeah.
to the whole pub. I was like, oh.
No, not to the whole pub.
It's like in a film when they turn around to talk about the thing that the person there
Yeah,
can't hear. It's like,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah, we're gonna kill this guy.
You guys let Dylan know what happened. He fully is dumbfounded. He does not know what to say. Like, he doesn't find words for what afterwards. He's just kind of like,
yeah, you and me both, Dylan. You and me both.
So he's going to take a little bit of time to process that. In the meantime, you guys are at the Independent, and he has set you up with a gig at the Underdock Echo, which is over in the Diplomats' Quarter. If you guys want to do that, but of course, it's your schedule.
I think if we get
sorry, when's?
That was this evening. It's in a couple hours.
Okay.
I think if we're getting costumes, we need to decide on colours. We need to look in uniform, like a group.
I quite like. Yeah, I was going to say black.
I likes.
That's how we do. It's not even a color.
Dark corners, black. Yeah, it's true.
It's the absence of color.
Well, black is the new black,
edgy.
as they say.
They do often.
Everyone says that. That's a common phrase, as everyone knows.
I've been saying that all day.
Yes, and Dylan will just kind of go, right, so the best place to go for new sort of costumes would be the Luxury Quarter. Would be there's sort of a threads and fabrics shop over in the Luxury Quarter.
Okay. There's a beauty salon as well.
There's a beauty salon. There's all kinds of stuff. They got luxury baths. They got pleasure gardens. It's not on there.
What's a pleasure garden? Just a nice garden.
Yeah, they're very lovely. They historically I don't want to say the wrong thing in this moment, so I'm just going to get the actual thing of what they are.
Throwing you a curveball there.
Yeah, absolutely. Is a garden that is open to the public for recreation and entertainment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, do you want to go there? To not the garden, but to the clothes place.
Traditionally as well, pleasure gardens are known to host entertainment thingummies. They got it's one of the biggest, it's the biggest venue in the city, basically. So
Outdoor
it could
gig.
place.
I was just thinking if we can try and set up a gig there, might be good.
Might be
I know
good.
we've got one this evening, but if we're planning on hanging around for a little bit.
Yeah, Dylan's like, yes, indeed. The idea was sort of to rebuild our reputation in Sessenseal. There are plenty of places to perform, and if we do continue to do well, then yes, indeed. Hopefully, Miss Prosperine will set us up.
Hmm.
We could use Maruk as a way in to try and get.
Absolutely, yeah. You got a contact with the outer place. Yeah, do it.
Yeah, just say as maybe a well, I don't know whether they owe us anything, but maybe a thank you for saving one of their staff members.
And as an apology for one of their staff members trying to kill you, maybe. Who knows?
On a side note, do we need to speak to the Queen or something?
That sending stone was destroyed.
But she'll still want to.
But if you have a sending spell,
don't you need to know the person? Or is that message?
Sending, I believe. I might be thinking of scrying.
I have one anyway.
That it gets more difficult if you don't know the person. I'm gonna check.
Message, you have to point at them, see them, they have to be in range. I don't know whether I'm thinking of message.
No, it has to be a creature with which you are familiar. Yeah, cool.
We were only going to contact her if we were going to rob the bank to ask for forgiveness. No, they did ask us to send her a message if we got the scythe back. Wow.
We don't have to.
We don't, do we? No, that's what I was thinking. If they stay quiet and incognito, it will be fine.
I am an armband. I'm not here. See, subtext.
Do you think on our costumes we could get a silver trim? Then they would blend in a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys go ahead and get yourself decked out. We'll say that's like 50 gold apiece.
Can I get Dylan a costume patch?
You may. You may
thank
do
you.
that.
Ooh.
Dylan looks honestly pretty good in his new costume. The transformation of Dylan over the course of this season.
I think Thesia would get something out.
Dylan.
So she would still be wearing her armor, just because she's quite cautious, but would get like a leather type jacket to put round over, so it's more within, and may have the mockeries embellished from the back. Like a biker gang, kind of thing. I like that.
Definitely. Cool. I want really tight leather trousers.
The tightest.
With maybe some rips in them on the knee, because damaged knees are cool for some reason.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm gonna have a sleeveless kind of leather gone. We should have an emblem, a Mockeries emblem, maybe just like an M. And
you guys can sort of adapt the emblem from Astrofeld if you like.
Yeah.
Sweet. And I've
I think
still
that would
got
be
my
cool.
lovely flowing cape as well, haven't I?
You do.
Cloak of
You have
displacement.
you have a cloak of displacement. And it is worth reiterating because it's been a couple of episodes since this has come up. Theramin is like the hottest person that has ever walked the streets of Sessenseal.
Yay!
He's a superstar. He's got that magnetism about him. All of you kind of are superstarish, but Theramin has ridiculously high charisma, so it's worth reiterating.
Off the charts.
Off the effing charts.
I think for
Baby.
this gig, because Thesia's like always had like her hair down, it's like mine, it's like curly mop mess. She'll have it like kind of up more in like a loose bun, like with all the curls, but round the bun is going to be one of her snakes sitting there looking like it's like a hairband. Like a hairband, but it's going to be a snake, and she's going to start like wearing a bit more jewelry. Like, yeah, let's do this. She's comfortable now as like a performer with her little, that's so sweet, dart pan flute will kill a person.
I'm so excited for her to kill someone with a pan flute.
I'm still rocking a mullet.
Still rocking the mullet. Nothing wrong with it.
Oh yeah.
Cloud.
I mean, I'm still a cat person, so
cat person, cool.
he just starts spiking up your little tufts. They're like little tiny ones because she's quite short-furred. She just looks spiky all the time.
You guys you guys go ahead and head over to the Diplomat's quarter. This is the Dwarven quarter again. This sort of cold forged dwarves around. Very friendly sort of neighborhood and atmosphere. Gets a little bit less so towards the docks. You get there just are fewer non-dwarves towards the docks is all that it is. So it just becomes a little bit more exclusionary. But you guys make it to the Underdock Echo. The Underdock Echo is it is a tavern that was built sort of under one of these docks, which was obviously built at a time when the water was higher up, and since it's sort of in the air and is left dry and does not reach the water, and underneath it, still a ways up from the shore, is this tavern, this drinking hole for dwarves. And dwarves can drink. Dwarves can really drink. Their beer is like 24% alcohol. Just insane. Their spirits are like 80% alcohol. Because dwarves have a poison resistance, so it takes an awful lot to get drunk.
Poison immunity features like drinking game.
And indeed, you see that there are people. Dwarves are engaging in drinking games, in arm wrestling contests. Down here, it's still it's a little bit more rough and tumble, but people sort of look at you and kind of go like, yeah, you guys are probably all right. Yeah. People naturally sense that you are strong, and that is important. And one dwarvish woman will at her across the table, this dwarf takes one last glug, collapses into their drink, and falls on the ground. She gets up on the table and goes, "Duna forever! I could drink until I die!" Collects her winnings, everyone cheers, and immediately gets behind the bar and starts serving people drinks. Sees you guys come in and goes, "Come over here, come over here." Right, so you're a band, right? You're meant to be playing the Mockeries.
Yes.
That's us.
Good. Well, I hope you'll be worth what I'm paying for you, because I want good fucking music in here. People want to get drunk to like have a fucking party. You see what I mean? So yeah, just be fucking good, right?
We try.
You haven't heard of us?
What?
Have you not heard of us?
She goes over to the paper and opens it and kind of goes, "The news about you's not that great, honestly. So I'm not paying you till you're done your gig."
Yeah, remember we kind of took all their money and didn't actually, meet them.
Listen, there's no doubt from the earlier articles that you guys are hot shit, but I'm definitely not paying you up front. That's all I'm saying.
It's right. Our music will speak for us.
Yes, well, the Independent had a good bit of business the other night, is what I heard. So I'm looking forward to it. This is sort of softens up just a little bit.
Sounds like Billy
Is
Connolly.
Dylan with us?
Yes, absolutely. Anybody who wants to roll insight on Dylan?
Yeah, I'd like to. Insight.
Yeah.
So that's a 20, unnatural 20.
Yeah. What's your expectation in this moment?
Well, from what I know about him, I think he'd be a little bit uncomfortable around other dwarves and a bit insecure.
Yeah, he's in fact a gnome.
Why do I think he was a dwarf?
He's still very small.
Yeah. I mean, Cloud probably wouldn't have known the difference anyway. It's like small person.
Yeah. Slightly more muscular, slightly less muscular, small people. Indeed. You look at Dylan and you see, you definitely get nervousness in this establishment. Just like his usual sort of lack of comfort in this place. You see him looking up at Duna, and his eyes are popping out of his head.
Oh.
Someone likes you.
Oh. Dylan, you okay?
Yes. I am Dylan.
Okay. All right.
I'd
Well,
like to
just
cast guidance on him, just in case he wants to try and talk to her. I just like, yeah, Dylan, it's okay, and like pat him and cast guidance.
Absolutely brilliant. I'm gonna roll a charisma check with a D4. Is it?
Let me have a look. 1 second. Can roll a D4 to add to the number. Yeah.
Cool. We're gonna roll straight charisma. He gets a +0 to this. That's an unnatural 20 from Dylan. Thanks to the guidance. To be fair, he did very well on his own with that roll. Yeah. Duna sort of looks at him up and down, kind of goes, "That's a very fancy outfit you're wearing there, Mr. Gnome." "Yes, I am Dylan Umtral. I am the band manager for the Mockeries. In fact, that is, can I have a beer?" She goes, "Oh, you don't want a beer, my friend."
No, Dylan, no.
Why don't I get you something a little bit nicer than that? Lovely jubbly. Yeah, there's a general sort of machismo vibe around, just a general athleticism and spirit of challenge and what have you. A couple of people look at you guys and just kind of go like,
Think at that, Cloud would look at her arm and go,
Still
no
very
stretch.
weak. Still very weak. Cool beans. Anything else? Anything from you guys? You want to just do
I'll
a gig?
probably just sit down and just sort of wait until I gig and sort of survey the crowd and try and get a read on, apart from being like drunk, arm wrestling dwarves, like let's get a read on the room kind of thing.
Sure. Roll me an investigation check. Anybody who else who wants to?
Yeah.
Whatever. It's Cloud's thing.
Intelligence. Oh no, wait, that's good.
That's all. Do it.
No, it's not
15?
good still. 12.
12.
14.
14. Yeah. People, yeah. Not a huge amount of extra. People seem to be looking forward to getting some good old entertainment. Yeah, but they seem generally just concerned with, continuing their conversations and arm wrestling and drinking each other under the table and what have you. In this time.
Cool.
Yeah. Thesia, you notice that there are a few tables that are more in shadows in the corners than others. But nobody especially stands out right away. Yeah.
Okay. Is Theramin's mum and dad here?
Oh yeah, Theramin's mom and dad will rock up for sure.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I want to buy them. I want to buy them drinks when they come in. Just give them.
Incredible. Talia absolutely just like drains half a glass, no problem. Bernard takes a sip and goes, whew. And then makes the mistake of going and asking for water, and Talia goes, no, no,
No.
But they go and like they find a table for themselves and just look very expectant and happy.
Brilliant.
Cool beans. You guys get set up, ready to do your gig. You will say that you've had enough time to sort of like put together some lyrics and melody for a song about your exploits in the Nine Hells, if you would like. What is the name of such a tune?
To hell and back.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, same.
I
was thinking very AC/DC to hell, highway to hell kind of thing.
Yeah. Absolutely. And you guys start playing this gig. Go ahead and give me performance checks all around, if you'd be so kind.
Come on. 17.
17.
I don't add anything. Plus 13. Is it?
Yeah.
Is that really
30, yeah.
What?
So that's a 30 from Theramin. Your performance is good.
33.
Oh my God.
33 from Thesia.
I only had to roll
I can't get used to
15.
that.
Got a natural 20 and I've still got 22.
Yeah. Woo! And a natural 20 from Cloud. Another incredible show. That's an 85 from you guys.
What?
Very, very good music being played. You guys rock out. People having a great time. Your parents are blown away, Theramin. Like at one point, they sort of get up and dance. A bunch of dwarves see them starting to dance and go, "Oh, we can show you a traditional cold forge dance!" They all get up on tables and start doing like a jig on these tables to your AC/DC. to hell and back.
During the song, can I polymorph into a bear and use my paws as like a drum beat on the stage?
Absolutely, you can do that.
Brilliant.
Hell
That's
yes.
metal as all hell.
That's what I was thinking. I was like a big like grizzly bear, just like boop, 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 boop.
Any other flavor?
Well, I really want Norman, Quincy, and Maggie to just like be flying around and jamming out as well as little dragons can jam out.
Oh yeah.
I'd also be like to kind of be affecting the lighting in the room, so like flames are flickering and things like that. And I think we should have fire on the stage. Like it should be, because we're doing it about hell. So I think it's got to be done.
Duna does not raise an eyebrow at you conjuring fire on the stage.
Phew.
Absolutely.
And
completely.
I'd love to rock a guitar solo above the crowd, like as if I'm crowd surfing, but I don't need them to hold me up because I can just fly.
And as Theramin's doing that, Thesia's going to prestidigitation some very Scott Pilgrim, like the little lightning that comes off like cartoony and like the words above us of the song as we're singing it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so good. So good. Can I get a perception check from Theramin as you crowd surf?
19.
You're rocking out your crowd surfing. This doesn't
-1 though. Sorry, my perception's really bad, isn't it? Is it -1? I think it's -1.
It might be -1.
Yes,
Your wisdom.
Oh no, +1. Oh, wisdom.
You might have proficiency though. I don't know.
Wisdom's not on there. Oh yeah, it's +1. Yeah.
Oh great! So an
Unnatural
unnatural 20. That's even better. This does not disturb your playing in any way. A very well put together businesswoman comes in to the bar. She is a tiefling, or appears to be a tiefling at first. Sort of purple skin and sort of like long horns that go like sort of straight up, and like, well, not straight up, but go like upward in a sort of a curve. She's wearing what is clearly a very expensive but very simple business suit. And she comes in. Theramin, you kind of have just magic sight, and with an unnatural 20, I'm gonna say that your detect magic flickers for a minute on your eyes, your eldritch sight. You can see that she's wearing a glamour. She's wearing an illusion over herself.
Oh.
This person does not look like the person that she is presenting herself as she comes in.
Right, so she's making herself look like a tiefling.
Yes.
In a business suit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't do anything, just stands at the back and watches. But that's, you notice her come in.
Okay.
Yeah. You guys keep rocking, you have a great show. And yeah, the evening, you guys finish up. Everybody roars with applause. People love the fireworks, the light show. They they love the bear. They love the cartoon sound effects.
As a bear, can I recognize her smell? Because I've got keen smell.
Very cool, very interesting. You don't recognize her scent. This is not somebody whose scent you've picked up in the past.
Okay. I mean, I don't know whether I went over and sniffed Martha, but just making sure.
I
I think she got close enough.
Mm.
yeah, probably. Yeah. Yeah, this person smells clean. They smell hygienic. I think hygienic is the word.
Okay.
Yeah. Your parents come and congratulate you guys after the show. Try to get you all in a really big hug. And Theramin, your mom just showers you with kisses. Yeah, totally. But just beams and just goes, I am so proud of you. That was awesome. Theodore goes, right, you all held up your end of the bargain. That was a really good show. You guys, no doubt about it, are hot shit. And we'll give you each and every one your fee. I can't remember what I gave you last time, but it's like, let's say it's another 200 gold apiece.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop, money.
Oh, yoyos.
Hell yeah. Indeed, and a lot of the patrons are kind of going like, yeah, let us know when you're going to be playing next, because we'll, you know, if you're in town, we'll absolutely come again. This was a good night. Absolutely.
I'm still in bear form. I've not dropped that yet.
People treat you exactly the same and just love that you're a bear.
What about your outfit that you bought? Was that bear? Does it change with you?
No, yeah. I can either choose to drop it or it sort of morphs with me.
Oh, cool. Phew. I thought it was like a Hulk situation.
Have you pointed out the tiefling to us?
So right, we're fully chilled now. I think I want to go and approach her. And
yeah.
I'll sort
I
of
think
stalk
before
next to you.
yeah,
I
I'm just
protect.
gonna say that there's someone over there that I want to go and check out because they look a little bit weird. So I'm gonna go and have a look.
Want some company? And sort
Yeah,
of, as my big
let's
bear head,
introduce
I'll just sort of like
ourselves.
push into you, like.
Yeah, come on. Let's go and have a look.
She sees you coming, takes a speck of non-existent dust off of her elbow, and sort of inclines her head. The Mockeries group. Very wonderful to meet you all in person at long last. My name is Miss Prosperine.
I'm gonna have one of those uncomfortably long handshakes with her where I just kind of stare at her and like but carry on shaking the hand like past the awkward moment.
Absolutely.
Like, really nice to meet you. My name's Theramin. This is Cloud. This is Thesia. Hope you enjoyed the gig.
Absolutely, yes. 100%. Very much enjoyed the gig. Gives absolutely no sign of being uncomfortable by this.
What brings you here?
While Theramin's speaking, can I poke her with my nose and cast Dispel Magic?
Yeah, 100%.
Just in case.
Yeah.
Like a illusion-y thing.
Yeah, you poke her with her nose, and the Dispel Magic drops, and a human woman in sort of yeah, sort of leather armor, but the same kind of like, it's like casually worn, not worn for combat necessarily.
Sit on my butt
Stands
and
before
just
you
with my big paws and go.
So
she
why
gives
did
you a little
feel the
smile
need-
and a nod. Her facial features are pretty much exactly the same. She just no longer looks like a tiefling.
Miss Prosperous, why did you feel the need to look like a tiefling when you came in here? I mean,
Oh,
You look-
that's the visage that I present to the world. Miss Prosperine.
Oh,
Yeah. If people know me as a tiefling.
why is that beneficial to you?
Because then they don't know very much about me at all. I
Is this?
specialize in disinformation.
Oh,
Indeed. I would love to sit and have a word with you.
is this about potentially doing a gig in your pleasure gardens, or?
No, this is about my grandfather and how badly he bungled the situation with you.
Come and have a sit down.
Sure.
Let's have a chat.
Since
I think I'm going to tell my mum and Bernard to go and just enjoy themselves, and we'll be back in a moment.
Dylan and Duna, yeah, they go and hang out over there. Everyone's having a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, thank you for sitting and meeting with me. And I hope you appreciate how much physical danger I'm putting myself in to come and talk with you.
I will growl as a bear when
Yeah.
she says that, just to. Mm.
Looks completely nonplussed. Not nonplussed. That's the opposite.
I was gonna say yes.
Like, that's wrong. No, looks completely unfazed by this, just sort of accepting of that
Well,
fact.
we're a bit wary of people these days.
And entirely understandable situation. You've been through quite a lot. Forgive me, I pulled up some information on you before coming. You have been involved in a few separate incidents, one of which involved a former employee of mine, which I apologize for. And
Who might that be?
that would have been Orlando Coyne, manager of the Merleystone branch of my band. You have been attacked by werewolves and UNT. You have been accosted by Peter and Marta. And according to your song, most recently, you went and slew one of the archdevils of the Nine Hells, and that's a very impressive feat indeed. You are no strangers to danger. Forgive the rhyme. And
Forgiven.
thank you, I appreciate that. So it is no wonder that you are wary. I consider myself to be a wary person as well.
Okay. What is it that we can help you with? Why are you so interested in us?
I am here for peace. Peace between our factions. You have to understand, my great to the power of whatever grandfather very desperately wants the silver scythe that you have.
Well, that's not going to happen.
I understand that. I understand that that won't happen without significant bloodshed, but what I understand that my grandfather doesn't, and what Caspian doesn't understand, is that even if we do get the scythe, hello Sliver, that
I will
it'll
transform
never...
back into Cloud at this point.
Cool. Hello, Cloud. Even if we do get the scythe, it will never work for us.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I know that. You know that. So, as the two level-headed parties, I was hoping that we could talk.
First off, how do you know that we've got it back?
It's a very cool trick. I don't know exactly how you got it out of my vault, but I do know you have it. You are not immune from divination magic.
So when did you come to this realization then? Why are you helping us now? What's changed?
What changed? You got your hands on the scythe yesterday. I thought it would come at a time which was convenient to everyone.
Who else have you told of the information that we've got the scythe back?
That is classified, but nobody who doesn't need to know.
Thesia kind of just cocks her head a little bit and goes, classified? No, you're going to tell us right now, and like
This is-
intimidate her.
Sure, roll
This is our
intimidation.
business. Yeah.
19 plus 18,
19 plus 18.
37.
Jeez.
But this is crazy having all these pluses. Sorry.
Yeah, it's something else, right?
All my charisma checks are plus 18, so I could literally roll a 2 and get an unnatural 20.
Yeah.
Only if we had Zone of Truth right now.
Yeah, I've only had Zone of Truth. Tell us right now. She goes, all right. Again, sort of doesn't look any different, but sort of goes, all right. I know. Peter knows. Marta knows. Caspian knows. And I'm sure that the conspiracy knows, but that's by extension of Caspian, so there's no stopping that.
So are you a Legazi? I take it.
Emilia, lovely to meet you.
In my head, I'm just telling Sliver, just be ready. To Sliver.
In your head. He goes, I know this one. Again, this is in your head. No, I know Emilia. She runs the bank that I was imprisoned in. She was present when they were trying to use me. She was also the one who was just kind of like, guys, this won't work. So she's got a reasonable head on her shoulders.
Okay, out of character question, is it dusk?
Yes.
Emilia, I think this is, we can't trust a Legazi. You're going to have to prove that we can trust you in some measure of faith.
Don't worry, because if she does anything out of line, I will kill her instantly.
And also death.
Well, she points at, yeah, she looks around the group, looks back to you, Theramin, and kind of goes, would it be enough of an act of trust for me to, say, put my life in your hands?
Can you tell me more about that? Elaborate. What do you mean?
I came here alone, barely armed, but that's against burglars and what have you, to speak to 3 of the most powerful individuals in the kingdom. On good faith.
What do you get out of this arrangement? What would be the best outcome for you?
The best outcome for me is that nothing further is done. I don't want my grandfather, Peter, to fight you anymore. I don't want him to expose himself for his own long-term plans. I don't want him to expose me for my long-term plans. I want you to be able to sail off into the sunset and do whatever it is you're going to do with the scythe, because I know that it won't interfere with our stuff. Because you don't know.
Are you sure it isn't that we can, you know, that we can permanently kill you?
Can you?
Well, we don't know for certain, but
neither did we. But that's a very interesting. That's a very,
like I said, we don't know for certain. I don't know all of their power. I'm still learning. They've not given me access. They are, as you have found out, probably quite stubborn.
Indeed.
But from what we've seen of what they can do, their power is unmatched. So I wouldn't put it past them.
That's more than fair. That is more than fair. It is a mistake of some of the younger hollows, that they think that there is no way for us to die, we are bound by magic, and all magic has a counterpoint. So we are absolutely killable if you have the right tools.
That's what I'm saying. We know
Yeah.
they're powerful against lycanthropes, which is the similar sort of magic.
Very
let's
different
say.
kind of magic to what's going on.
Well,
with me, but
some people might call it a curse, which would imply both.
I think that the scythe has absolutely got a more than fair chance of dealing with me. All I will say is that that lycanthropy is tied to a very different magical origin than anything that's going on with us.
Good to know.
There you go. She looks at you, Thesia, and sort of says, you should ask your people about lycanthropy and where that came from.
She's kind of like tapping the table, but as she's doing it, she's got like, not threatening, but more playing with an Eldritch Blast, with like moving in and out her fingers like a snake.
Very cool.
So she's still got the snake in her hair, but she's just like tapping it and just, she's humming because she knows she got to her. Like a bit like when
you absolutely did, yeah.
I like with Marta, where it was like, okay, I haven't quite, but now she knows like, oh, I can break you. So she's just like humming. She's like, and got this like little green like flow in between her fingers, just tapping the table away.
You said you didn't want any more bloodshed.
That's what I want.
You do understand if Peter comes after us, we will do everything we can to protect ourselves.
Absolutely, I understand that.
That goes for any of your bloodline.
I understand.
As long as you don't have a problem with that.
I hope I come across as a reasonable person to talk to.
Not to, how do I say this politely? We've been coined before. We have trusted people who we shouldn't.
Indeed. A healthy skepticism is healthy. More than fair. What I will say is what I am trying to do is find a solution to the problem, right? The problem is this: everyone wants the scythe. Too many people have too much to gain from the use of the scythe. It seems to me. It seems to me that Shesha wants it. It seems to me Jen could do with having it out of everybody else's hands. It seems to me that the elves who once crafted it had uses for it in mind. The queen of this country, perhaps, might have a use for it. It is not unknown to me that the scythe has a destiny. The reason that's not unknown is because it told me that. Or they told me that, rather.
In my head, I'll be like, oversharing again.
I was declaring defiance against them! What?
We need to have a talk about oversharing, my friend.
Why is it oversharing to say that I need to get to this very specific island to fulfill the destiny for which I was created?
Did you tell them the name of the island? Oh, you're an idiot.
Should I not have done that?
Yes, tell them the island that my people are on, that they're going to go to for when I eventually get there to take you and start a war. Let's, yes. And I think Cloud would have actually said that out loud as well, out of just like complete frustration.
Sure, yeah. Amelia's expression to her credit, does not change. She does not smile
Yeah.
or take joy in that moment. But we'll say there is good news, though. They did not tell anyone else where they were going. I'm the only one. This is true. No one else was in the room. She seemed reasonable.
If you had a mouth, I would cover it. Shh.
So, what I would like to propose is very simple indeed. I would like to propose that you go to Needle. I want you to get out of the city, let the scythe do its thing, whatever that is meant to be, and then no more bloodshed need occur between my family and your band.
I'm not sure.
If you have an alternative plan, I would love to hear it. I'm
The
here.
alternative is we kill every Legazi and they let us go on our own way. I'm pretty sick of your family. They did almost kill me, Thesia. Take the only thing I've got left to reclaim a home for my people. You can see where the frustration comes from.
I can. That's what I'm saying.
How soon would you want us out of the city? With immediate effect, or?
No. I understand these things can take time. Say a week. Should be enough time to wrangle up a captain, and not that I'm necessarily sure that you need a captain. You are all very much stronger than I am. I don't know the limits of your magical abilities.
So, where are the rest of your family currently, and how will you stop? Where are they currently?
Only two other members of the Legazis are in Seal currently, Marta and Peter. They are staring at the Prosperine Hotel. Right?
Okay.
Thing is, we have other business with the scythe.
Will a week be enough to wrap it up?
No.
Okay. Do you have an alternative?
No.
Okay.
We would be very grateful for any time that you may be able to buy us, but seeing as Peter and Marta both know the scythe is no longer in your bank,
yeah,
that might be a bit difficult.
Indeed, especially if I get a direct order from our patriarch, Caspian. Well, surely it is preferable that this not end in wanton destruction. I want to at least find common ground with you on that.
I would rather not.
I think revenge is definitely
very sweet.
Thing we would desire.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I would rather not have to hurt anyone.
Sure.
But I will kill you dead if you actually try and boss me around.
More than fair. I'm trying to think out. I've been trying to think outside the box, because I know better than to threaten you at this point in time, because I imagine that you'll just kill me for that. And I'm not willing to test whether I permanently die with that scythe in your hand.
Can I start pulling out the rod to Arborea and just sort of like flicking it between my fingers, please?
Yeah, absolutely.
Not that they'll know what it is, but
Sure.
just in case.
I want to message Cantrip to Cloud.
Yeah.
Are we done here? Or do you want to negotiate?
I can say something back, can't I?
Mhm.
Yeah. I don't like the idea of trusting the Legazi. I want to do the gig in the gardens, but I made a promise to Sliver that if we got in a fight with the Legazis, they are dying. I'm
Okay.
not backing down.
And then I'm going to message Theramin the same. So are we done here or do you want to negotiate?
I think we should take her hostage because I don't want to trust her going back to her family. And if we
mean,
have a Legazi, then that is leverage for us against the other ones. They don't know.
Yeah, but we don't know how powerful she is.
No.
True,
No, we
but
don't.
do we let her out of her sight again? And I don't know. It's a suggestion.
I have a carrot rather than a stick. If you're interested, I would be willing to trade you information which you might find valuable. We deal in many secrets. We are a secret cabal, after all. There are things which have been made known to me concerning you, all three of you. If you could be convinced, because I can hold out against my family for 1 week. If you could be convinced to wrap up your business in Crescent Seal in the next week, I could trade this to you.
I could get it out of you myself.
No. Thesia. I think we should take the information and leave.
I mean, Cloud, you get final say on this. It's your side. It's up to
How
you.
do we know you're telling the
If you
truth?
are serious about this, I want to know all of the information now, and you have our absolute guarantee that we will leave.
She nods and says, well, if we're going to have a handshake deal, and she puts her hand out.
After, I'm not a touchy person.
We shake our hands on the deal. I tell you everything, and you promise to go. No magic. You can check me. I'm just want a handshake.
Thesia's like, I'm not touching you.
Fine.
As soon as
I
I
mean-
shake her hand, I try and plane shift her.
Yeah? Where do you want to send her?
I've only got a rod to a Borea, I think.
Yeah? You want to throw her at Arborea?
That's the only place I have, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I have. Oh, can I use? I mean, if it doesn't work, I might have a backup spell.
Cool beans. I think she's got to make a saving throw.
She does. It is a charisma save.
Charisma save.
Creature must make a charisma saving throw.
Okay. Spell save DC.
Is a 19.
She's going to make that save.
I thought so.
Yeah.
Is there anything, Dave, you were saying something before?
I can try and use banishment, but again, it's another charisma save.
Which I think she'll
She
pass.
seems very charismatic.
You shake her hand, try to plane shift her. The space around her body sort of distorts. She comes back, lets go of your hand. Same sort of like non like non-expression on her face, and sort of goes, there we go. I will tell you the information. Please take damage from plane shift.
I will, yes.
No
That is
worries.
a 7, so 7 times 7 is
49.
49. That's fine. I'm still good. This kitty
Still
cat's still good.
Good. Here it is, folks. I don't know the details of exactly how all of this was done. Okay. There is a man who is out there who brought you all together. Cloud, you were
I think I
separated.
know.
You were separated from your people, were you not?
Bit of a stupid question, seeing as you know the answer to that.
I only meant it as a prelude to this information. You were separated from your people when traversing the natural pathways between worlds. And you ended up alone and came to the city just in time for a couple of bear rumors, just in time to be part of the Battle of the Bands. And the route you took got you to Asterfeld at exactly the right time when exactly the right person needed to be there. I don't know how this man managed to separate you from your people. He did. And he timed it so that you would arrive in Asterfeld on a particular day. Theramin, long time ago, your father, late father, was helped by a necromancer to gain a physical body. That necromancer was working off of notes which were given to him and which he found by chance. I don't know how, but this man planted those notes with that necromancer so that he would make contact with Balzabul and get him a human body, which led to him seeing you when your times converged in the place, which led for his desire to conceive you in the first place, which led to you being part of this band. And Thesia, Matshesha did not come up with her plans on her own. Brenial Amakir.
I knew it. I told you I did not trust him. Stupid star elf.
I also have it on good authority that he is an oracle magnitude stronger than any other currently working.
He is. He is not to be trusted. You understand this changes a lot of things. I cannot take Sliver to Needle.
Why?
The deal was not information on our end, unfortunately. But it is not possible. There are things you don't know about my world and why it was lost. certain beings and creatures were in play, gods and titans and rulers. I cannot take it will ruin everything. I will not put my people in jeopardy again if he is behind orchestrating all of this. And to think the Lagazis are not part of his plan would be stupid to think so.
Be that as it may, I think it would be foolish not to think that your people are already in danger if they are there.
But it would be his playing field. Would it be inconceivable that to bring Renial Adkalir to that's I don't know whether I said his name right, but
No, it's all good.
Amakir, Renial Amakir to some kind of questioning, which I doubt he'd want to do, that we could work with possibly you and maybe your bloodline if they stop fighting us. I think there are questions that need to be asked.
These are grounds where we can talk about peace. I like this.
Of course, I need to talk to my my band members because they also have a say in this.
To be clear, I am not propositioning that myself or my people take up arms against Brenial. All I was trying to do was avoid conflict between us. But if you want to add that into the negotiations, we can certainly talk about that. I would need to get back to my people as well to talk about that.
This sounds like it will take time and planning. During that time and planning, would it be okay if we did a gig in your gardens? As a gesture of goodwill, of course.
I think that could be arranged.
And how much would you like to pay us for this gig?
I think I would give you a percentage of the proceedings. A percentage of the entry fee, rather. And this is the biggest venue in Sessenseal. It might be the biggest venue outside of the capital.
Wow, and 99% of the proceedings is a very generous offer. Thank you.
10% of the proceedings.
That's no.
15.
And
We
it's
did almost get
ridiculous.
killed by one of your employees, and we also saved the life of another.
Certainly, you did not get killed by any of.
Almost got killed.
I apologized for his actions. I'm not going to take responsibility for the actions of Orlando Coin.
A manager must take some sort of responsibility.
For a lycanthrope he was a victim. He was a victim of a curse.
I think as a show of peace and
as a show of peace, as a show of
I think
peace and
50%
trust.
would be absolutely fair, because that means that we have an equal relationship going forward.
Mm-hmm.
As a businesswoman, I think allowing you to do a gig in my quarter of the city with a 13% gain of the proceedings is more than generous.
It's
Make
insulting.
it 15, and I won't try and use the scythe on you to see whether it perma kills you.
At this point, I'm going to have to say, do it.
Like, Thesia kind of just like taps the table like, we'll take 13%. And just like side eyes the others and gets Marta's dagger out, but she's holding the blade and it's like hilt towards Amelia. Just Thesia's like, and if you see, and when you see Marta, give her dagger back, and if she tries anything funny, I will bury this so deep in her throat and cut her from her throat to navel. I will eat her organs while she still breathes.
I will pass that along verbatim. You have to forgive the child. She's very young.
Clearly.
Indeed. I could get into the reasons why she was chosen for the Hollow program. I personally voted against it.
Peter was right when he called her junior.
Indeed, she is the most junior of our family. There you are.
Well, this has been enlightening, Amelia, I have to say.
Indeed. I'll tell you what. The truly frightening thing is about Brenial Amakir. Because if you are right, Cloud, and we are working to his tune, that means it's part of his plan that I came here and told you that.
As you said, he is a powerful oracle. I think anyone would be very naive to think he's not either put something in place or planned for it.
There is one other thing. That deck.
Let's not talk about that deck.
What deck?
I happen to know that he planted it.
Yes, I had a sneaking suspicion I was going to try and get it and destroy it, but
one could interpret these events as he's in your corner. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Or making strong enough for slaughter.
or to be turned into something strong enough to use.
It's probably more like it.
We have been coined. We do not trust anyone.
It's made you very astute. It's very lovely to talk to people who are so I want to say frank, but like people who see the real world. Often so much of what I do is presenting false truths to people, false face, a false front, tell people what they want to hear rather than what there really is happening. And I don't know, it's been a long time since I've gotten to be really honest with somebody outside of my family circle, so I appreciate that. Even if I'm amongst mortal enemies who would kill me without a second thought.
We don't know whether we can kill you, but it's a nice thought.
There's no doubt that it is. Well, I will get back. I trust you have a lovely evening.
When will this gig be put in place? Sorry.
3 days' time. I can set it up within 3 days.
Can you promise that people won't be after us within 3 days?
I can promise.
Will it not arouse suspicion from your family?
No, not at all. I know how to handle my family.
Okay.
I'm several hundred years old, you know.
Congratulations.
Thank you. When you get to be several hundred years old, you'll understand.
Don't condescend me. Right. Are you getting us around?
Oh, absolutely. A few platinum pieces jingle on the on the bar as she stands and goes, Duna, a round for everyone on me. And Duna goes, get out of here, you property swiping whore bag. She goes, all right. And she's reapplied her glamour at this point, and she and she will exit. Cool.
Okay.
Beans. Having made contact with this new Legazi woman, and sent your message and your potential plans through her to her family, and having received her information about Brenial Amakir. What's going through your heads at this point in time? You guys have the table to yourselves. You can discuss this new information.
I feel like we should check out the Prosperine Hotel. Maybe get someone in there. I could do an unseen servant, maybe. To go and snoop. Or I could send Maggie. I feel like we shouldn't trust just what she says, just at face value. I feel like we need to do a bit more investigating.
I feel like it's very dangerous sending anybody or even Maggie into the area that we know Peter's in, especially if she is saying the truth that he's still after us.
Martin knows Maggie as well.
Well, if it's an unseen servant, then it
Yeah.
doesn't
But
matter
you
if they
won't get
die.
any information from it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they don't speak or anything.
We just carry things.
You
It is
can
literally just
things.
you can summon a different familiar with the Find Familiar spell.
Or if you promise to stay really still, you could stand in a corner.
I have greater invisibility.
What do you guys think we should do?
I think we should go on as if we don't know this information.
What about Madame Mad? Do you think we could use her thread seeing abilities to maybe see if she can remember? I mean, I know she's a bit scatterbrained, but
When
knows something.
I've had conversations with both Breniel and herself, she never got training. She was never shown how to use her ability like Breniel was, which is why he is so much, has got this power. She could have been on the same level, but she didn't have a teacher. So I'm not sure whether she would be able to match in that regard. It's worth a shot though. I think at the moment anything is worth trying.
I'd still like to get to her auction actually. Just it
So
could
would
be
I.
a 2 birds 1 stone sort of thing.
We've got 3 days until our next gig. I want to lay low. I still want the Mockeries to be brilliant.
Yeah. I mean, is there a way that we can channel her abilities that she can't? Is there a way that we can help see into her mind without her? Do you know what I mean? Is there some other way that we can channel her abilities?
Cloud is going to go find a city map and see whether there was a thingy here.
I've got the map.
Whether it was the
open.
other town.
What thing?
I don't know whether the was it like the Dreamers Lounge or something.
There's a Dreamer's Lounge here. There's a
Yeah.
Madamat Augury auction here.
I don't know whether the Dreamers Lounge might be a stop we could take.
It's right next to it. So
Yeah, they're across the way from each other. I mean, that's a few blocks in scale, but yeah, for sure.
That could be something we could look into.
okay, let's look into it. Let's do it.
What do you think, Thesia? You're being very
Just
quiet.
kind of
Nodding.
thinking. I want to kill Martha.
I want to
Yeah.
call Peter.
Yeah.
We'll do the gig. We'll see another Mads.
I mean, we don't have to. We can pretend to be trust friends with her and use
We
that
could
to our
coin them.
advantage. We could coin them.
You could be the one who pulls the wool over someone else's eyes.
Yeah.
Then we need a solid, bulletproof plan.
Mhm.
You guys sort of have talked a little bit, come to a determination that there's more that needs to be said, but at this point the others sort of like are getting a little bit on in their drink. Your mom and dad, Theramin, are making noise about heading back. Various patrons are starting to go home at this point. And Duna goes, right, that's it, no more alcohol for anyone except for my friend here. And Dylan goes, no, really, I really, I couldn't. No, that's madam, please. No, come on, one more. If that's all right, it's fine.
I think Cloud will walk past and be like, no, it's fine, I've had enough. And pat Dylan on the shoulder and be like, you stay, Dylan, and cast guidance again.
Okay, he's gonna make another charisma with the guidance. He's gonna make a charisma with advantage at guidance. Would you believe he gets an unnatural 20 again?
Yeah.
And the same rolls on both dice as well. Dylan nods thanks at Cloud. Yeah, I'll see you. I'll catch you up, and if I don't catch you up, I'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, Dylan.
Yeah. See you then.
Don't do anything Theramin wouldn't do.
Looks at Theramin. You can see him remembering the several orgies at this point that Theramin has been a part of. He's like, all right. Absolutely.
I think I'm just going to give him an approving pat on the head as we leave. The ruffle of the hair.
Yeah, stands a little straighter. And he will say to you guys before you go, he'll say, hey, you guys did me proud today. That was fantastic.
Aww.
How did it go with Miss Prosperine as well? What are you guys talking about?
We've got a gig in the Prosperine Gardens.
You bastards. There's a little click of the heels. That is awesome. That is awesome, and we are in business, and tonight is awesome.
It's in 3 days' time, so we've got a little while. And I will pass him
amazing.
about 25 gold and be like, maybe take your lady friend for dinner.
Well past dinner time, but he smiles and nods.
Well, I mean, we've got 3 days, so.
Oh, I see. Over the next, good. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Lovely. Yeah, you guys head back for the night. Bernard instantly asleep, like kind of needs a little bit of help getting the rest of the way home. He had about a half a pint over the course of the whole night. Your mom looks flushed. Talia looks like this was a good night out for her. She could definitely hold her own, but like dwarves are dwarves, man. And yeah, you guys get a good night's sleep, health, spell slots, all that good stuff. And the next day comes. Did you guys tell me where you're going? Tell me what you're hitting up. Is that Dreamer's Lounge, Madam Mads? In what order? What you doing?
It's
Well,
Matt's
during
first,
the
isn't it?
night. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
During the night, can I
Yes.
take Ash out on the water?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Hello,
Hell yeah.
Cloud. You're back.
Ash.
Oh, it's very good to see you.
It's very good to see you too, my friend.
Oh. So, what's on the menu?
Do you want to go for a little gallop on the water?
Huzzah! Yes, I would like that.
Brilliant.
And he you go ahead and take him out to the waterfront, and he goes and he's like, please, are you gonna hold on please very tightly?
Oh, I'm like, I've almost wrapped the reins round my arms
Yeah.
just so I stay on.
Good, yes, good. Don't want a repeat of last time. Haha. Wrapped up, and almost skimming Mach 1. Horse takes off, makes it a good way over the surface of the water before being unable to continue at that speed. So not able to maintain galloping over the water, but got a good distance out before having to swim back. That was great.
I love it.
That was great. Oh, this is so much fun.
Love it so much.
Oh, this is a good life, Cloud. This is a good life I'm living.
Oh, so wholesome. I just sort of like pet his mane and be like, I'm glad you like it.
Oh, yes. Oh, it's good. This is good. I'm glad that our paths crossed.
Me too.
Brilliant.
Right, dry yourself off, get some rest, and I will see you tomorrow. Okay?
On the morrow. I have this
Bye,
beautiful
Ash.
hay to eat.
Oh no, in the morning I'll bring him like carrots and apples and
Oh yeah.
like fruit and veg I can find.
Wonderful. Yeah, morning comes, he gets his cornucopia, his it's like, I am so spoiled. I am so happy.
Just pat him, and I'll wait till the others are ready to go to the auction or the blue lounge.
Indeed.
Auction first?
I think so. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, you guys head over to the auction. You can see sort of it's daytime, and this doesn't look like it's one of the auction days specifically, but Madame Mad is there. She's there with all her servants, and sort of like they seem to be like moving new stock into the back, and what have you, and there's notes being taken, and she sees that you guys have come in. Oh my gosh, my wonderful friends from the Mockeries are here. Hello, Cloud. Hello, Theramin. Hello, Thesia. Wonderful that you are here. I know why you came. I've been preparing, but then I forgot that you were coming, and I have these people doing things. Everybody leave! Stop doing the packing! They actually don't have ears. They can't hear anything, but I want them out anyway. Let's have our privacy. The servants kind of like disappear into the shadows and fabrics around the auction. You can see that this is the much this is the most built up exterior, but the inside is exactly the same as the previous ones that you've been to. She used to say, so yes, I know exactly why you've come. Why have you come? I don't remember. I was preparing for it for ages, so if you remind me what it is, I'll be able to help.
We've got some
Cloud, you can
questions
take the
to
lead.
ask.
Yeah.
Cheers. Thanks, Theramin. Do you know an oracle by the name of Breniel?
Little shudder goes through her body. Her eyes go a little bit glazed for a second, and then she goes, I have never heard that name before.
Can I make an insight check on that?
Yeah, absolutely.
I do not believe. 19.
19. Based on that and what she says next, you think she might be telling the truth. And that's weird because I've heard literally every name of everybody in this entire planet. All the names have gone through my brain. And not that one.
Oh.
So that's weird.
Well,
Could this in fact be the person who I can't look at in the weave?
that's what I'm just checking Cloud's memory about.
That would line up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also knowing that Breniel isn't of this world as well.
Oh no, I totally know about lots of people from Vulpikar who've come over here. The threads between the worlds, as soon as contact was made 5 years ago, this is very important stuff. As soon as contact was made, the fate lines started to reconnect between Saigalia and Vulpikar. I began seeing the past and the future of that world and its people as well. It's crazy. But until contact was made, these two worlds, they weren't connected by fate. There was no connection in the weave. Or very, very tenuous, very long back. There was no, Saigalia sort of cut off in that way. It's too blah. Anyway, you were telling me
Madison.
about a person.
I call her Madison at this point.
Yes. Hello, Cloud.
Why did you never have a teacher to show you how to use your powers for how potentially strong they could be?
Well, I think it went undiagnosed for a long time. I think a lot of people thought I was mentally ill.
Okay.
Honest to goodness, I think had somebody figured out what was actually happening with me, probably a wizard of some description would have come and found me and given me some form of tutelage. But by the time everyone thought I was sick. Everyone thought that I was mad. And by the time it was sort of recognized that I had oracular abilities, I was the way I am now.
Is there any way to tap into that potential power?
I'm using it all the time. I am literally hijacked into the weave of the universe all the time. It's a never-ending stream of information I can never turn off.
But to channel it in different ways, we know of an oracle that clearly is hiding themselves.
Yes. Yes, I know this person. I can't look at them because their oracular powers are stronger than mine. But is it important to you that you find out what's going on with this person?
It's the life and death of my people.
Oh, so really just everyday stakes? Oh, yes. Life and death for your people. Well, you're my friend. And therefore, I shall attempt to break through these divinatory barriers that have been set before my eyes. Full disclosure, you might see some shit. And before we begin, I have to let you know that right after, like, I'm going to have to cut this meeting a little bit short because I have a date in Menacil on the other end of the country. Nurgle got back in contact. It was great. He's in a rival band, and I know you're sort of like, I've got divided loyalties and what have you, and I want you guys to win.
Send him our wishes.
But I probably won't mention you guys terribly, and that's not for any special reason. It's just because I want my boyfriend to think that I'm solely supporting his band. You know what I'm saying?
Would be intimidating. I get it.
Yes. I don't know. In any case, so I've got to go. I've got to go go see my hubby. But yes, I will absolutely do this thing.
Is there any danger that if we do this, Brennial could see us?
Oh, if he's like me, then he's constantly seeing us. He sees everything that we do all the time. He can't not see us. It's impossible for him not to know that we are saying and doing everything that we are saying and doing.
Okay.
That's why I said to the person we met the other night.
Emilia! Sorry, I
Yep.
literally can't not know.
Yeah, that it would be stupid for her not to think that they are part of his plan.
Yes, you were probably right. If there was somebody like me who could plan properly using their abilities and wasn't, it would be bad. They would be a thing. A force, the only thing holding such a person back would be literally what they wanted to do with their powers. Right? You just have to hope that they're okay as a person.
Mm.
Right?
We don't have much hope.
Oh, well, this is going to be fun then, isn't it? Well, fair enough. Fair enough. Here we go. She's gonna go. She's gonna get a crystal ball. She's gonna get like an Augur's medallion. She's gonna get like a bunch of trinkets and baubles and switch out her rings for like sort of magical ones. And she gets a very different sort of Taroka deck out and sort of just lays it nearby. All of these sort of divinatory things. She's got like a third eye, like sort of thing that she puts around her head. Just basically like gets geared up for divination warfare. If it would be possible, could I leech some of that chaos magic that's still in your bodies that you haven't gotten used to yet? I could use some fuel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure, like if I could take sort of like a 6th level slot from everyone.
Yeah.
Would that be all right?
Sure.
I feel like that extra little kick will really help me, you know?
I mean, I could actually kick you, but if you need magical energy, that's fine.
I'm scared of a lot of things that you could do, Cloud, but not kicking. Remember, you thought you were weak yesterday. Remember that. In the tavern with the dwarves, you specifically bemoaned your weakness.
Yeah. Just take it. Just take it.
How much health would I lose if it's the one
36.
level above my casting level?
36.
36. Okay.
36.
Thank you.
Not at all. She goes, All right. Thank you very kindly. Can I get an Arcana check from everybody, please?
Come on now.
Oh,
13. Isn't that really unlucky? Oh wait, plus Arcana. So
21.
21.
No, I got 16.
18.
16,
18 altogether.
Brilliant. 16, 18, 21. You guys feel this magic pour out of you and sort of into her as she starts to speak words of power, starts to draw runes in the air, and you see them sort of like rotate around her orb and start to like float out into the air around her and around all of you. You feel the air grow heavy in her auction house. The lights dim a little bit, and the crystal ball glows. And then she speaks another few words, and her eyes slowly change to a pure white, and then they start to glow. And then you start to see little flickers of like arcane fire coming out of her eyes as she gathers into this magic and starts to push against some unseen arcane force. Theramin, you remember, you start to catch a glimpse of that tiny glimpse that you saw of the weave as the ceiling is replaced by a sort of floating aurora borealis mirage, and you see points of light like stars in the sky spinning themselves into threads and weaving and interchanging in the air. All three of you begin to see this illusory magic. Two little portals or ringlets of power emerge above her two hands. She reaches up through them, and like spectral, ethereal, sort of dragon-clawed hands, 20 times the size of the normal ones, reach up and up forever into this weave of the sky and start to pick apart at the threads, starting to shift and sift around for this information. And then you feel the resistance to this magic start to make itself more and more felt. The air becomes heavier and heavier. Each breath feels like it is full of a wretched stench, but there is no smell to it. But it's that sort of feeling like you feel like you are breathing in some thick, soupy fog. The lights grow dimmer and dimmer until all of the light in the room is coming out of this orb, shining with brilliant white light, and out of her eyes, which are now streaking with flames out like wings on either side of her head, as she continues to push and press and tug at the strings and the stars. You see and feel a shadow, like a blanket of attention being shifted towards you. You hear Madam Mad cries out, and it's almost intelligible. It's almost I've got him. Almost I've got it. And then it just changes into pure screech. Just pure, unending, raw sound coming out of her, and this vibration shake the foundations of the building that you are in. This shadow presses down on her, on this magic, until these arcane hands are pressing up against this force. You see ethereal cracks appear in her magic. She turns to the three of you. And she says, everything's gonna be okay. Her magic cracks. The white fire dies instantly in her eyes. The orb, the crystal ball, explodes. You are all temporarily blinded. And when you come to, ears ringing, vision blurry, you can see Madame Mad she and this whole interior of the building are fading in and out of focus, and sort of like in that 3D way are sort of like shifted where there are sort of two of them, and they're juddering back and forth, and then fades out of focus, and is the entire interior of this building, all of the drapes, all of the crates, everything except for the literal wood and pillars that this foundation is standing on, gone. Madame Mad, gone. Table, gone. And it is silent.
To spell magic. I don't think that would have worked.
What have we done?
We messed up.
I hope that she's just gone to one place and not gone forever.
I think she's been plane shifted. I think this whole interior has been plane shifted.
21 Arcana you got? Was that Cloud?
Mm-hmm.
You think that Madame Mad's magics were extinguished in that moment. One of her magics is that this place, the interior of this building, stretches out across all of her chains. You think that...
So she could have just moved it.
You think that it doesn't extend over all of her chains anymore. It's just in one place.
Okay, I'll say that. I'll be like,
yeah,
I don't think she's gone. From what we've seen, it is exactly the same in every single auction house we've been in. I think it's now just she's in the original one. It's no longer, she no longer shifted it. I think she's gone back to whichever was her original auction house.
I think it's pretty safe to say that Breniel doesn't want us to find him and is threatened by Madame Mad in some way. Or he didn't want us to do that.
I don't think she realizes how powerful she is. When I spoke to him, he did mention her. He did mention that she is, if she had the proper training, she would be a force to be reckoned with, even more than she already is. I don't think we can underestimate him, and I think he is very dangerous. When I spoke to him, I didn't trust him. He was evasive. He said, I think, what I wanted to hear.
Yeah. He's manipulating
I do not want to
us.
give
Well,
him
all
this
of us, all of our lives, he's been manipulating us. So
I think we've got a long list of people we need to deal with, and I am getting overwhelmed with the amount of danger that we are all being put in, but I don't see a way through without violence. For some.
we could do with a holiday.
I'd like a holiday. I mean, I've got to keep
the
somewhere
beach.
now, but even then we need to clear it.
think I'm going to get out my crystal ball
Yes.
and just kind of hold it sort of like in front. Show me, Madam Mads.
Oh,
Show
brilliant.
me, Madison.
Yeah, you are shown her. You see that she's in her auction house. You see her hair is sort of like static out of her head. The sort of the white fire is gone from her eyes. And this doesn't show you sound. She seems to be muttering to herself and just looking around like she doesn't quite know what to do with herself. Through this crystal ball, yeah, that's what you see. She looks safe. If not, she looks like she's in shock. She looks like she's in shock. What do you see?
I mean, if she can hear us and hear everything, then can we, Madam Mad, if you can hear us, can you show us where you are somehow? A landmark, anything?
Madam Mad does not respond.
Damn,
In this
that was a long
moment.
shot.
I've
It
got a
wasn't
feeling
as
that
long a shot as you think. That was really
No.
smart. That was really
but
smart.
Could I cast message through it?
No,
it
you
has
could
to be-
cast sending, but you can't cast message through the crystal ball.
But it says I can cast through solid objects.
Yes, but that's over a distance, which is unfathomable.
I've got a feeling that took up a lot of her magical energy.
Yeah.
Knowing that she had to take magical energy from us,
Mm-hmm.
I think she might be spent. I don't know whether she will hear us at the moment.
Oh, there goes that date.
And we have no idea what Breniel would have taken from her. And we now definitely have a rival in another band. Whoops.
Oh.
We have essentially cock-blocked another rival member.
From a
Yep.
massive distance, that's quite impressive. If anything.
Well,
Who
Yeah.
we've not
you
even
don't-
met.
you not even met. Yeah, to be fair, like I don't know how you would go about finding out where she is.
I don't have anything. Unless we
think-
can find someone that can scry, maybe, or do sending.
I think we can just keep checking on a later date. Another day. We're just gonna have to keep checking in to see if she's
Maybe
all right.
her younger version might be able to get to me again, but I think that was just because the amount of magical energy that was going on in that place that she was able to do that.
I was like that was kind of like that was sort of like a time warping.
Yeah,
Every 300 years is connected at the same moment of time kind of deal.
yeah.
So you can wait another 300 years.
I mean, Cloud can because she doesn't age the same, but I don't think the others would be able to.
Nah.
Yeah.
No.
Oh my god.
I've got
Should we see-
nothing.
If Finicky Fergus, I mean, he doesn't like her, does he? But he might have some.
And we don't have
bonus.
Electrum.
Well, I
think
didn't
I've
mean
got
for
3
to buy
Electrum
stuff.
only.
I just meant to speak to him, see if. Well, I don't know. Maybe not.
I think we'll just keep checking on her
That's all we
I
can
don't
do,
think
isn't it?
there's anything we can do here now.
No.
Oh.
Hmm.
That was
Interesting to
intense.
hear
Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, we've got a lot on our plate. We need to figure out what we're going to do before our gig. We need to get some reconnaissance, don't we? We need to figure out a plan. Or
I think at the moment the Lagazis are obviously an issue. We've got Peter and Marta in town, and if Amelia can't convince them otherwise, they're going to be an issue. But we've also
it
got
sounds like they're not
whatever
listening to her anyway.
yeah, but we've also got whatever the hell that blood ritual was.
Oh
That's in the
yeah.
distance. That's a couple
Oh
of.
yeah, the blood ritual.
So I think
Oh.
at the moment, perennial needs to be put on the back burner. Nothing's going to happen, I don't think, till I get the scythe or I spend too long with the scythe.
Hmm.
I
He clearly
have
wants us
actually
to.
been very quiet throughout all of this.
You
Um,
have, because I know that you have your own agenda and you want to get to the island as well, and you trust him.
Well, here's the thing. I did trust him. I did just see him do some pretty messed up stuff to that
Do you know what
woman.
happened?
Yeah, I do.
Oh.
So you could have interrupted this whole thing of us umming and ahhing. Okay.
No, I've just been sort of in my own brain. Forgive me. This is new information I'm processing as well.
Moon.
Yes, I knew. All right, I knew. I'm not
Okay,
used to
tell us-
being a team player.
Tell us what you know.
All I can say is I knew what happened to her just now.
Hmm.
Which was.
She was removed from the weave. Well, not removed from it. Her connection to it was snapped.
Permanently?
Permanently, or
She's not an oracle anymore.
what the?
We fucked up.
What permanently? That really?
I don't know if it can be restored. I don't know. All I saw was her connection to the weave got severed.
You can't reconnect her then.
Crap. I'm so used to talking about how all-powerful I am. I am a scythe. I cut things. I don't know how to reconnect her.
Can you cut Brynil?
I mean,
Can you
I
do
can
the same?
definitely try. But here's the other thing that I just wanted to bring up. I do want to go to Needle. I haven't told you the details of my destiny, but it is my purpose to be reunited with these other artifacts, to form a greater being with them.
This is what we talked about before, though, is the purpose behind that being needs to be good.
I was not born out of good. I was not born out of evil. I was born out of the energies of this world, of this place. And those are of dreams. I was born out of imagination and possibility. I was born out of inconstance. I'm not.
I understand
I'm
that
not
aim.
good. I'm part of a force in the world.
I understand, and you have to start seeing it from our point of view as well. You are a scythe. You are not good, you are not evil, you are a scythe, but it is who wields you and their intention which could do damage. I'm not saying that it would be you. I'm not saying it would be the others, but if Reniel had an agenda, it would be him. it would be his intention. I can't trust him not to use you like that, or the others.
And yet he's the reason that I'm getting to fulfill my destiny at all, in the first place. I understand what he just did was messed up. I understand you don't trust him. I don't like him. I even understand that he's manipulated you all into coming together, but on the other hand, you're all together because of him. I don't know, I'm grateful that you're all together.
And Madame Mad just lost what makes her feel special because of him.
Maybe he's like me. Maybe he's just not as simple as good or evil.
And that's where the grey area becomes difficult to trust.
I'm very conflicted.
I think we need to know more. We need more knowledge. We need to understand more of his intentions. And I've said it from the moment I met him, he was evasive. He didn't answer my questions in enough detail for me to trust him. And this, what he just did, is not a good step in the right direction.
All right.
I understand you are very conflicted. This isn't meant to be your destiny. And
well,
I am sorry.
It is my destiny, but maybe it just won't be as simple as I thought it would be. Maybe it has to be done
The right way.
in a different way, indeed.
And you have the right to choose your own destiny, choose your own path.
I appreciate that sentiment, Theramin. It's difficult to explain. All of you living people, you have this incredible potential in you, all of you, for so many things, and this drive, this life force, then you have the ability to choose your own futures and your destinies. And it's difficult for me to explain because I'm not a living being in the same way that all of you are. I am a different kind of living thing.
True, you don't have a body. You have a form as such, but when you break down me, Thesia, Theramin, it's essence, it's soul, which is what you are.
The closest thing I can describe myself as is I am a part of a whole. I am not one being myself. I am not just Moon. I am a part of a greater being that is meant to exist, and I can only be what I am by being with the others, by being and becoming that.
But as your part of that soul, that mind, you have a right to make your own decision on how you come together with the others. You still have a conscience.
Yes.
You still have thoughts and feelings. If you don't think that something's right, you stand up against that. I will bring you all together, but I will not do it under the influence of someone else.
I can accept that. The journey can go in many unexpected directions. Only the destination has to remain the same.
And it will. But it will be done with good intentions, honest intentions. And I will not hide anything from you. I hope you know that.
Well, at this point, Cloud, you've saved me, and...
Well, Theramin helped with that one.
Well, yes. Theramin, thank you. Again, I appreciate it more than I can say. No, you of course have my trust. I wish to say to you, I will, if it comes to it, I'm on your side, not Brennial's. But I hope that there's a way that we can find a common ground with him.
He seems quite powerful, and I don't want to go up against him.
No,
I agree.
there's that, and your people are crafting the mask, and the other two components, the private fears of trees and the whimsy of nightfall, are really vague. I'll know them when I see them, but he seems to know what he's doing, bringing those together, and without him, I don't know if I'll ever know what they are. So, I'm just very afraid. Very anxious, and...
You don't need to be. You've got us.
Yes, well, yes. My heart is warmed, though my mind be disquieted. No, I don't have a heart. What am I talking about?
Yes, use human anatomy.
No, I used human anatomy to describe myself. It's disgusting.
I think you should take some time to process everything. And it might help you sort a few things out. You seem a little bit all over the place, a little bit more than usual.
I am often very well put together, thank you very much.
We'll give you some time.
Thank you.
We understand these things possibly a little bit better than you, like you said. You're a bit different.
It just goes quiet.
Oh.
Well, Madam Mad's going to be pissed. The other band's going to be pissed. We're pissed. Man, I wanted to get some cool magic items. I'm glad she's okay.
Yeah.
In a physical sense.
Yeah, she's okay in a physical sense. Yeah.
Some heavy-ish.
I think we need to go and digest everything before we go to the Blue Lounge. I can't do with any more reality shifting shit at the moment with what just happened.
It's a really good idea you're not going to the Dreamers Lounge right now in that case.
Yeah, Dreamers Lounge, not Blue Lounge, Dreamers Lounge.
Yeah. It's reality warping shit is their thing.
Yeah. Maybe trying to find someone that can beer's good. Maybe trying to find someone that can send a message would also be good.
Yeah.
Just to let her know we're okay, we understand what's happened, and we hope that she can reconnect soon.
What's the
I'm going to jut in here. The door opens to this now empty shack. Somebody takes 2 steps inside, holding a little piece of paper in their hand, and recites back to you, Cloud, the exact words that you just said. In a voice and an accent that you recognize. Folds the piece of paper, tucks it into his detective's cap, and goes, "Well, howdy there, Mockeries. It's been a hot sec. Humphrey Blaine, at your service." That is where we're going to call it for tonight.
He can fuck off. He's gonna die. Oh, I don't want any more Legacy shit happening. I've got other things to deal with.